Hello. I'm here with podcast episode 16, I believe. And I have quite a few different things to show you today. A couple of amigurumi projects, a couple of knitting projects. I haven't done much on my blanket, it's just been too warm. And I've got a few special offers and an update on my craft space. So for those of you who haven't tuned in before, I am Marta. I am a crochet designer. I live up on the east coast of Scotland in a small town called Carnoustie, and I stay at home with, I got my little dog at my side here. You never know, she might make a wee appearance. And I've got a couple of teenage boys living at home. They're all in the house today, so they may well pop back and forth. Oh, there goes a train. I live right by the railway line. The boys might pop back and forth. We'll see. Just ignore any noise. I've said to them not to talk to me. I can't. It's summer. I can't really say to them don't come in the front room for the next half an hour or so. It's coming up for lunchtime. They might pass by in the background, but hopefully they'll not be too distracting and you might not even notice them. And also living at home is my husband, and he has not long returned back to work, actually in the office rather than working from home, so it's nice and quiet. Don't tell him I said that. It does at least mean that the Wi-Fi is quieter because he tended to have a lot of devices on. He's a software geek, so in terms of me getting the podcast from this stage up onto YouTube, it's definitely much faster with him out the way. I've stopped patting the dog. So I think I'm going to start with a few special offers I have. The first one, I have decided, I'm going to show you these first and then tell you what I've decided. These are Amigurumi Dolls that I crocheted back in 2019. 2019, yep. There are 3 of them. I did actually make a 4th one and I sold it to somebody in the States, so there were 4. The other one was another black doll, a boy with dreads. I made him little dreadlocks, but short stubby ones. Hers are like that. This one has crazy hair that I did in super chunky yarn, and then I needle felted it on, and the instructions for the needle felting are in the pattern. So this is my own design. It's an amigurumi pattern. It includes all the clothes, and I have another couple of amigurumi patterns online, one for a bunny and one for a wolf. Similar kind of style, I guess. Quite elongated. I don't have them. I gave them both to my niece. If you saw on Instagram a couple of weeks ago, my niece's dad shrunk her bunny. There was a picture of that. So I got this pattern, the wolf and the bunny, and I've just decided that they all just look slightly out of place in my crochet collection. I didn't ever transfer them to my website, probably for that reason. I don't remember consciously deciding not to, but I probably noticed that they just weren't quite in keeping with everything else I had. And they are on Ravelry and they're on Lovecrafts. So I've decided that this is the last month they're going to be up there, and after that I'm going to take the pattern down, and because of that I've made it half price. I've actually gone in, there's no need for a code. I went into Lovecrafts and Ravelry, updated them, and I've made all 3 patterns half price. So this pattern is called Coral. She's called Coral. This is Gabriella and Leo. So this one they all come together with, I think it's 6 items of clothing between them. You can kind of mix and match what you like. There's a cardi for this one. 2 different types of shoes. So that's all on there, and as one pattern. So that's half price. I think it comes to £3.75 now at the half price, and the bunny and the wolf are just £2.50 each. And I'm going to keep them up till the end of the month, and then I'm going to take them all down. So that is special offer number 1. Special offer number 2 is 10% off my courses. I have 2 courses up on my website. One is all about using colour in crochet, and the other one is how to write up a crochet pattern. So both those courses, which I've talked about before on here, 2 courses you might want to check out if you're interested in either of those. The colour course actually comes with 5 crochet patterns, and with the discount is about £12, £13, something like that, I can't remember exactly, which gives you 5 of my colour crochet patterns, one of which is only available, I'm sorry to say, so the one behind me is not, is a cushion cover, which is only available actually in that bundle. There's a whole load of stuff about colour theory, about practical colour tips. It's a mix of video and written work, and it's all in the one pattern. And that one and the how to write up a crochet pattern, which is my newest course, I'm still looking for feedback on that. I've been getting some from people, which is great. I've had a few lovely comments from people saying how much they're appreciating that course. So at the moment that's at a really cheap price, because once I get that feedback I will be updating the course and the price will be going up. So course 10, I'll put all these links and discount codes in the description. Course 10 gives you 10% off. My final special offer is on my Lazy Days crochet cal kit. And the reason I paused there, I have forgotten to bring the sock with me, and if you've been watching any of my podcasts, you know that I just film the whole thing straight through, and I don't pause, I don't edit, just in terms of time, it's just quicker for me, and I don't mind too much if I mess up. I'm happy to just accept that words aren't going to come out brilliantly all the time, and I think if I spend too long on that editing process, it's just taking away time from the crochet. So you get the whole thing, start to finish, no editing. And the sock is through in the kitchen and it's sitting in a bowl of water because I am soaking it for blocking, and it's been soaking, poor thing, for over 24 hours now, and I haven't blocked it because I intend to make a quick video series on how to block socks, and I just haven't been in the right frame of mind to set that up and do it. So I don't have the sock to show you, I don't think. I do have something and I can reach it across here. I do have the yarn. I go and grab it. I knew when I set up this podcast, when I was setting up the tripod and everything, I knew there was something else. I'm gonna just grab a big handful. Look. The yarn has arrived for my sock kits. This is special, exclusive, hand-dyed yarn by Liv at the Wool Shed, and the colourway is Lazy Days. And this is for the kit. Like I say, it was a illustration designed by Katie Birdie, and then Liv took the colours in the illustration and produced this gorgeous yarn. I got 100 skeins delivered the other day. This is just a quick scoop of them. I absolutely love them, and the pre-orders for my kits is now live. So there's going to be a kit, and I've ordered the bags. They are being made up right now. The bag will be a drawstring cotton bag. It's fair trade organic cotton, and it will have the beautiful illustration by Katie on it. I'll pop a link to a blog post which will explain all this much more clearly than I can in a moment or two, in a few moments, because yeah, you'll see the illustration. I don't have that printed out right now in front of me, but it's a lovely collaboration between an illustrator, a yarn dyer, and then I designed socks based on the illustration and the yarn, and those are the Lazy Days socks, and it's all available as a kit. With extras, there's going to be the hook, the written pattern, it'll be printed out, stitch markers which are coming from Labours of Love, who is Labours of Love Crochet on Instagram, if you're following her there. She's made me a few metal stitch markers, and there'll be 3 surprise extras which I have planned out. I'm just going to keep them up my sleeve for now. So this will arrive the other day, and I was just so happy. It came in a huge box, and I ripped it open, and I'm just so pleased that this project is finally coming together. So pre-orders are open now. It's going to ship later in August, and I am going to start the crochet along, the cal, on the 6th of September, I think that's a Tuesday, the 6th of September, once the kits are shipped. So pre-orders are open, and you can save 10% on the kit with the code LazyDays10. All one word, capital letters, LazyDays10. Again, it'll be down in the description if you want to find it, and the link as well. It'll all be there in your description. Anything else I want to say? I'm really excited about it. And pre-orders have been filling up, so thank you so much if you have pre-ordered, despite only seeing a little drawing from me and perhaps the yarn. As soon as I get the kit bags in, I'll be able to place them and the yarn together, and I think then they will start to really sell fast once people can see what it's going to look like. I think that'll be good, and I will be doing a giveaway as well once I get the full kit. So go and check out that blog post or the link to the kit on my website to find out more. And I've just opened up shipping internationally, because internationally I was making it a UK only thing, and I just kept getting comments and messages from people saying, please can you ship to Australia in particular. I've got quite a few fans out in Australia. So I set it up internationally, but there do seem to be a few tweaks, a few glitches. I'm not sure quite what the problem is. I am trying to troubleshoot it. I've been in touch with my business mentor as well, and she's having a look at it for me. That's Jenny, a female entrepreneur school. And she's looking into it for me because I seem to have followed all the steps to set up the shipping. I'm not sure what exactly it is. So if you are having issues, if you're outside the UK and you're having issues, send me an email and I can set it up via PayPal for you. Not a problem. I'll let you know what the shipping price is, and if you're happy with that, then yeah, we can go ahead via PayPal. And I'll just grab a drink of juice. I've just got orange juice, orange squash today. It feels quite warm and summery, and I felt like juice. So I've shared the dolls. Yeah, I'll see you on the amigurumi track. And I've almost finished. If you hold it this way, it looks finished. Almost finished this turtle. Isn't it cute? Let's see if I hold it like that. This is so cute. It's got wellies, nice little shell, and a jumper, and one boot. So close to finishing it. I've been working on this one at the same time that my youngest, who is 17, has been working on this one. So we both started around the same day. I think actually Alex maybe had a slight starty on me with the bear, and we've been working on them together. These patterns are by Pika Pau, and they are in this book. Turtle is in book 2 and the bear is in book 1. I've made quite a few from both books. I've made the froggy here. I've made the crocodile. I think that was in a Molly Makes magazine a while back. I made the crocodile. I have made a goat and a donkey. I think that's all. And there is a Pika Pau 3 coming as well. So yes, that looks really exciting. I've really enjoyed making this. It's fiddly in some ways, especially the colour changes on the arms, and the book was actually fairly easy. Stitching all these on and trying to get them kind of in the right spacing was quite tricky. But yeah, I love a wee amigurumi pattern, and it's stuffed with all my ends from projects. I keep a little pouch, it's a wool kind of pod thing, I suppose, and every time I snip an end off a project I pop them in that, and then this is entirely stuffed with ends, which is cool. It's a good way to use up all those little scraps, and I would definitely recommend this pattern. It did get its eyes pulled out. I started with blue eyes and decided that they were a bit too flashy and blue, so I switched to purple after putting a wee poll on my Instagram stories, and purple won just actually. It was quite close, 60% were for purple. And I'll give you another wee tour of the beard. I'm sure if I showed you the back. Look. These two are definitely friends. Ta-da! Yeah, such a cute book. So if you're looking for an amigurumi book, I would definitely recommend that one. They're just such fun little projects. They do work up fairly fast. I was actually given, I think it was maybe the day after the last podcast, I was given a large bag of yarn from a friend, and it had been passed on to them, so it wasn't their yarn. Somebody had passed it on to them and they knew that I would probably use it, and it was loads of just sort of one ball of this, one ball of that. There wasn't really anything that there were multiple balls of, and the green for the turtle was this Stylecraft Naturals bamboo cotton, and that is what I used for that. Most of it still had, if the labels weren't actually on it, because some of the balls were started, the previous owner had, not in this one actually, but in a lot of them, all the labels were kept, and then on the inside there were maybe things like lime green written. So if it's not so obvious, let's see what colour this one actually says. It wasn't the one for that. This one actually says buttermilk, so it would be easy to spot. But I just grabbed this one so I would know what the yarn was. And it was all sorted into lovely little bags so that all the same yarn content stuff was together. Whoever stash it was really lovely kept, beautifully kept. Nothing had got all tangled with ends everywhere, and it was just a lovely thing to suddenly receive. I just got a phone call, and within half an hour it was there with me. So Alex, my youngest, who made the amigurumi bear, the two of us went through it and kind of, one for you, one for me, one for you, and we kind of picked. We had a good wee while picking, and that's where we decided, right, we're going to both make an amigurumi, and we both made them kind of side by side. Although Alex has finished and I have not. It wasn't a race, but we were kind of like, I'm got 2 arms done, I'm on the leg. It was nice to work on them together. So yeah, that was fun. Let's do a little bit of knitting before I move on to my final crochet whip. Oh dear, this one has come off the needles a little bit. I will carefully, I might just do it now actually while I'm chatting. I've got a few rows done on this, or rounds I suppose, because I'm working on double pointed needles. And there we go, got it back on it. It's probably the maximum I would want on these 3 needles. I'd quite like to crack on with this one, which is, I think, what I said at the end of the last podcast. I was going to finish this one first, and I think I only did a few rounds. I think the Fera hat, which I showed you, suddenly took priority. So this one is Heads Up, and it's a pattern by Jane Burns, and it's very tatty because I've had it since about, 2014, which is around the time I got this stashed yarn, and I'm just knitting it up. Both things kind of just crossed paths, the yarn and the pattern, as I was tidying my stash from my bedroom to my craft space. And I'm making this one, and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's yak yarn. I think it's 70% Extra Fine Merino and 30% yak. And there, it'll sit like that. That's the wee turn up. It's really nice. Moss stitch and knit. So this is what I'm definitely going to finish next. I've done it again. I've just knocked a stitch off. There, caught you. Right, I'm going to stop waving it around. Put it safely over there. So here is my Fera hat, which is off the needles. I can wave it around. It needs blocked. Here we can see. Let's make sure I'm not showing you the join side. Yes, I am. There. This is the Bonnie Isle hat, and it is by Linda Shearer, this year's Shetland Wool Week free pattern. So if you go to the Shetland Wool Week website, there's a wee red tab that says free pattern all over it. You can't miss it. Tap on that and you'll get your downloaded pattern. It needs blocked. So the bottom is curling. I need to buy balloons. I have out of balloons. Here is the crown. Isn't that beautiful? It's supposed to be like a spinning wheel. It's absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait to get it blocked so it looks even better. It's way too big for me, this one. I'll pop it on. But yeah, it's too big for me. I ended up with an extra increase, an extra block of pattern somehow. I have no idea how. I somehow ended up with one extra anchor motif. And then I must have increased some. I think I maybe started off with too many, I'm not sure. And then I managed to decrease it. I did an extra round of decreases in the navy, and then I was back on track for finishing. Ta-da! So yeah, cannot wait to get this one blocked. There's 2 things I need to block, and then I'll be able to gift it. Really, really like it. If you haven't given Fair Isle knitting a go, it's a nice small size for a beginner. If you're a confident knitter, you should manage it, no problem, especially with all the YouTube tutorials that are out there. Yeah, I'm confident you'll manage. Now I have 2 shawls to show you. I think I'll start with this one, which is another old pattern of mine. This is the yeah, I had trouble naming patterns when I began being a crochet designer. This is the Alpaca Rap, or it might be Zigzag Rap. It's not got too fancy a title. It starts in the middle and you crochet down to the end, and then you pick back up in the middle and crochet to the other way. And I am waving this one around not because I'm shouting out about the pattern, which is still available on my Ravelry and Lovecrafts, but I'm actually selling the sample. So I have this as a sample. I have put it on my Facebook page, and if you're interested in it, it is £40 plus postage and packaging to wherever you are. If you just comment sold in the comments and let me know where you are, and I will ship that to you. I'm just trying to make some space. Another tray in my new craft space, and this is taking up a decent amount of room, and I don't really have anyone to gift it to. It is alpaca. It is yarn. It's 100% alpaca. It's from Juniper Yarn Farms. Interestingly, it's the same alpaca that the Cozy Cottage Crochet, Hannah, is using in the shawl that she's busy designing in 2 colours, and it makes her sneeze. It's that yarn. So if you're sensitive to alpaca, it's maybe not the one for you, but I think it is so, so soft. It's not my colours. I would keep it for me, but I prefer a brighter colour. It's gorgeous. So do let me know if you're interested in that. Just comment sold and I will sort that out for you. I'll send you a PayPal invoice once if you pop that on and where you're shipping to. I seem to be talking at a great deal of knots. Final crochet shawl. Make sure I show you the right way around. Yeah, that way around. It's the Estival MCAL by the Crochet Project. There, and I've just finished clue 4, which is this final round of puff fans and post. Well, not as post as in going round a post, but I guess these bits here make me think of posts in the purple. And there is an option to increase that bit. So I think I'm going to wait and see what clue 5 is like. Because apparently once we're finished this clue, only need the peachy colour. So I have a little bit of the purple left. I might be able to add another 1 or 2 rows in of that, which I may well do. I might just use up all that purple. I'll see how much, I'll estimate how much I'm going to need of colour B, which is the peachy colour. This yarn is all from Vicky Brown Designs, and it is Kid Silk Fluff. It has mohair and silk and polyamide in it, and it is super soft, so soft and fluffy. Such a gorgeous yarn, and the drape on it is just so light. It's like even this thicker bit with all these split puff stitches, even that is just so floppy. I really, really like it. A gorgeous, gorgeous shawl, and this design is by Joanne's Grace at the Crochet Project, and I think I've mentioned before that the pattern is available in her new hub, which is a special space away from social media that she's set up. Gosh, the trains are going 19 to the dozen today. That she's set up, and it has crochet patterns. This one, I think that's the only place that you can actually get this crochet pattern, is on the hub, which is a membership. I'll tell you about that in a moment. But also in the hub there are stitch dictionaries, there are tutorials, there's crochet tips and advice, and there's a lovely little forum where you can post photos of your makes following the Crochet Project patterns. And it's a membership, and it's just £5 a month, which is, you know, not much at all. And at the moment, I need to double check actually if the discount is still there. If the discount is still there, I shall pop that in the description, and if not, then it's been set up a while and it's no longer discounted. But I do have an affiliate link, which I'll pop in the description because I'm a huge fan. Absolutely love the hub. It's a friendly space. The patterns are just so well set out in it, and you can just work your way through them. There's tutorials for each of the steps on this, and you just kind of click complete once you're done, and I think it's working out really, really nicely. So for the first few weeks, because it's a mystery cal and it's been set out over 5 weeks, so for the price of the pattern, I have basically got my membership, but membership for the price of the pattern is what I'm trying to say, which is great. But I do intend to stay. There will be more mystery cals on it, there'll be more patterns on it, and I think that's just the wind rather than noisy teenagers. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this finishes. It's quite what shape it's going to be. This last bit has no shaping, so these final rows have just been straight, and up till then, come back a bit, you can see it's triangular. Yeah, really recommend this pattern. It's got some lovely new stitches. To me, there was this marguerite stitch, which was really pretty. Turns out I have done the puff stitches before. I made a little child's cardigan in these split puffs, so I had done that before. It came back to me as I was working on it. But yeah, really for a confident beginner, there's some lovely stitches in there, and the pattern has a good repeat on it, so it'll give you a chance to start learning those and helping them sink in. And very nicely written up pattern. So I think I've spoken about everything really. I've got the cal coming up, the amigurumi, grab them while you can. Oh, butterfly going about outside there. The amigurumi patterns, if you're interested in those, just end of the month they are going to disappear off my Lovecrafts and Ravelry. I'll still be available for pattern support if you do buy them. I will hang on to the actual patterns themselves, so if you do have problems, I am still here. Same with any of my patterns. If you have any issues at all, no matter how silly they might seem, or if they're huge, you know, let me know, and I can get back to you quickly. Anyone who has reached out to me in the past will know how quickly I can get back to you with any issues and help you sort them out. So I think I'm going to wrap up. My stomach is starting to rumble, and I think teenagers might start to appear looking for some lunch. Not that I make it for them, but there'll just be lunch noise going on in the background. So I think I'll keep it short and sweet for there, and catch up with you in a couple of weeks.